What's up, guys? Got a cool, as always, build to show off. This one's a little bit different than what I do too often here. Now, I open these holes up a little bit more to allow for this to pass through, but this is a very thick strap, so this little piece gets caught up on you. I promise, if you whatever one you're using often, it's gonna work itself through. But I opened them up a little bit more with that buckle. It clears the buckle or the pin just fine, but that little bend that you got there will catch. So I opened them up a little bit wider. But what we've got is a Piranha dial. This is one different than any Piranha dial that Jason has. So here's number 4. This was a brass build. This was brass, shiny brass with red background enamel paint. So had to boil the paint off with water and vinegar, and then I aged it with some brass ager. Then painted it in green. And then to do something to match, I found one of my vintage 70s brass bezels and then aged it as well. And then did all this on a silver build. So you got a brushed 170 case. Don't do these too often. With a Moldova handset, anchor engraved crown, solid brushed caseback with my logo on here, and then did a matching preview buckle. And then this is on one of my buddy's straps over at Wristbound, Mr. Gillespie. So I found the nicest green I had. Nice little silver rivets there to kind of go with everything. So silver build with a pop of aged brass. So bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. This is just since it's recessed, then you won't bump it too often. So the bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. Not a clickable style bezel. Automatic mechanical. So you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it a little bit. And how you do it is you back the crown off the threads until you can feel it and hear it clicking. At that point, you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do this for something closer to 15-20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. You can wind it all day. You're happy with your winding, you'll pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. Okay, Google, what time is it? Does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. 5:24 p.m. That's why I left it the way I had it, because I couldn't really see the hands very well. When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting. You'll notice you've got a wobble crown. It deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on anything. So you just push it over, get it out of that time setting, then wind it down. And that is your build, sir. So got a nice dark green in there. Nice aged. So they almost ghost in there, which is kind of cool. But pop it in the light, you can see they're a nice brown color. So nice deep brown. I had another green color in there initially, and it was like a lime green. It was so loud, it was crazy. I was like, wait, that's not how it looks on the bottle. But so we did an overlay in this darker green. The other nice thing is there's plenty of gap here. So these thicker straps like this have the clearance, so you can actually fold them back over on itself. You know, if you're putting it in like a watch roll or something like that. So it will fit back on itself, which doesn't happen too often with my cases. They are quite close, and I like to use thick leather. So as with every build, you're going to get matching beads, entirely up to you how cool you are. But we were able to get some nice charcoal in there and some nice dark distressed green. So that is the bead set with it. It's going to come in a brown Piranha Special Edition box. It's going to come with watch clearance. It's good on all glass and metal parts of this watch as a whole. Non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue. It's going to have some leather conditioner to keep this leather strap perfectly soft. Apply on the front and back. If you ever feel that the strap is not getting as soft as you like it to be, and it will loosen it up a little bit, will go a long way, so just use sparingly. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged and unlabeled. I'll grab another one of these. This one, there's not much in this one. What is this one from? Definitely, actually I just fill it up further. Maybe we were filling it up and just thought that was full. That's definitely not. This is an acrylic glass and you can't scratch it, but if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right, haze it, fill it in, and then buff it out, and the scratch should be gone. If it's not, wait a little bit and do it again. Make sure that solidifies what you've put on there. And that's your build, man. 4th Piranha build for you. I appreciate you a ton, dude. I have one more dial I can get you. And after that, it's going to be me styling new dial designs. So, you know, everybody likes Krakens, and I do different backgrounds with those. But the Piranha, for some reason, I did different Piranhas themselves, which is kind of cool. So we need to get you a new design. So I've got another one that's available, and then I'm going to have to design some cool shit after that. So, but that's your build, man. I appreciate you a ton. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.